Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on my 1993 F-150. First thing we got to do is pop the hood. Alright, so as you can see here, there is a lot of kind of rusty looking stuff. My coolant is not the nicest right now. I do need to do a coolant flush. But the good thing is, because it's so dirty, you can kind of tell where the leaks are coming from. So right here, we have got our throttle body cooler. It comes up here, runs down there, and it supplies hot water to the throttle body in case of very cool temperatures, to prevent the throttle body from freezing over and sticking shut. So unfortunately, Ford only sells the entire throttle body unit itself. They don't sell the freeze plug as far as I know. So we can't really replace it without replacing the entire throttle body. And I am not planning on replacing the throttle body. The good thing about that is that I don't live somewhere where my throttle body is going to be freezing over anytime soon. So I'm going to block this, and then there's one more piece over there I need to block off. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cut right here. So we'll be able to put a bolt in this and block it off. This end should not be getting any kind of coolant, so this is effectively useless. Alright, so we're going to see if it fits. Fits in there nice and snug, so now we just got to put a clamp on it and call it a day. Alright, so we're going to slide that bad boy on there. Okay, that looks tight. Now we need to go ahead and disconnect this intake hose, because it'll give me easier access to whatever hose is on the other end of this system, so I can go ahead and shut that one off. The one down here we don't need to touch because it will get fed from this and the other one, and because it's not hooked up to either, you can just leave this blank. You don't have to put anything in it. Okay, and it looks like this is the one that I took off last time I touched this truck. So we're going to have to put a small piece of hose on that and cap it off. Alright, so I got my little piece of hose. I put the hose clamp over it first because this will be a pain to put a hose clamp on. Alright, give this whole unit a little tug. And it doesn't move. And I'm going to go ahead and hit this with the big screwdriver too, just to make sure I've got it good and tight. Okay, and now I can put the intake back on. Okay, so that should be good. Just gotta tighten these back down. Alright, now I'm ready to fill it up with coolant, because there is none right now. I've got my funnel, got my coolant. Alright, gonna try to fill it up without spilling it. Alright, now we check for leaks. I don't see any yet, so I'm going to keep filling it up. And make sure you clean up any coolant you spilled when you're done. It is toxic. And I'm going to go ahead and start the truck and turn on the heat. Okay, so it's been running for a good 15 minutes now, and I think I've got most of the air bled out of the system, and it looks to be dry. That little puddle at the bottom was just the stuff that came out of the top of the rad, and like I said, I'll clean that up in a little bit. So now I'm going to shut it off and replace those terminals. Alright, I've got my socket set. I believe it is a 1/2 inch. Okay, I was right. So yeah, that thing, you can see right there, it's cracked. There's a crack right there too. So both of those are going to have to be replaced. I guess it's loose enough I can, yeah, okay, cool. That's off. Now I'm going to get this one with a deep weld. Alright, that one came off pretty easy. I'm going to go ahead and pull the battery out just to have it out of the way. Here, oh, it just came right out. Oh, okay. Well, now I know why my truck wasn't starting. See if that one yanks out too. Nope, that one I'll have to get cut out. Alright. Well, that's cool. Goodbye, old terminal. Copper thieves, stay away. See you in the next life. Okay, so now we're left with some nice, super dirty strands of wire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give these a little wire brush and then go from there. Alright, there's that one. And there's that one. Same deal. I'm going to give them a little brush. Alright, these are a little small, but we're going to try it anyways. This is a 7/16. Okay, looks like the lug kind of, this piece right here kind of bends around it, so maybe it'll work. Not too sure. I guess I'll find out when I go to turn the car on. I'm really not too sure about this one. I don't even know if it's going to try to fit in there. I mean, it's pretty... Okay, now to tighten it without it coming out. Man, I hate to be the guy that has to work on this truck. This actually doesn't seem that bad. I'm just worried about this thing melting. I don't know. I've seen crazier things. But I've also seen crazier things work. Okay. That's as in there as it's going to get. So I guess let's try it. Okay, I'm going to kind of brush up on this before I do anything. This is not a very good wire brush. Starting to realize. Okay, ground first, because you don't want to become the ground. Good and tight. Okay, I don't know if she likes it. Started up a little funky, but she does that sometimes. I'm going to see if it's still charging and then call it a day. Okay, well, it is still charging, so I'm going to call that a win. Thank you for watching. I truly do appreciate it. If you've stuck around this far, or even if you skipped around, I don't care. I will call this a win. So that was how to fix the throttle body heater. We just bypassed it. And I also threw in some new terminals on my battery. So, like I said, thank you for watching. Until next time.